Yeah, hi guys. My name's Simon McMillan. I'm the Red Winemaker here at Cassegrain, and today I'm just going to talk a little bit about our club release wines. But before I do, just to give you a bit of background about myself, I've been here at Cassegrains for 3 years. Next year will be my 4th vintage working with the Cassegrain team. I've also just come back from Burgundy in France, been working the vintage over there for a small producer, working mainly with Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, just to find out how they work with those parcels of fruit and see if I can bring any of those ideas back here to Cassegrain. So unfortunately, Alex isn't here today. He's in Hong Kong today on his way to Japan, and he's over there speaking with some clients we've been working with for the last 20 years, some important people we've been exporting wine to. So he's over there and he's taking the new release wines over there and keeping those clients up to date. Okay, so what we're doing here with this video is I'm just going to talk a little bit about each wine. We'll be talking about the style of each wine, what we're trying to do, the flavours, and also talk about some food pairings and some occasions where you might want to enjoy some of these wines. So first one we've got here is our seasoned Sauvignon Blanc. So the fruit that we've used here is from Tumbarumba. So it's high altitude, cool climate fruit. So perfect growing conditions for Sauvignon Blanc. So the style we've got here is more of a Sancerre style than a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. So what I mean by that is the main characteristics of this is citrus flavours. So it's more lemon, lime and grapefruit type of flavours, more so than those tropical flavours you might see in a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. So there's a nice line of acidity, some good citrus characters there as well. And this is drinking beautifully at the moment. Perfect for summer, as a good aperitif and go well with a range of seafoods. The second wine we've got in our pack this year is the Pinot Vierge. So this is a unique wine style that we have here at Cassegrain. Basically what it is, Vierge means virgin, so it's the virgin juice that we drain off our Pinot Gris and Pinot Noir. So the fruit from this comes from Ralston, so it's high altitude, cool climate fruit. So that way, at that high altitude, it gives plenty of time for the flavours to develop. So once the fruit arrives in the winery, we'll drain some of the free run juice off, and that's where we get that light pale colour. So the main flavour profile in this wine is those Pinot characters like strawberry and cherry fruit. There's some really good freshness there, and this is the perfect type of wine to have with lunches, especially during summertime. This style of wine lends itself to a whole range of food, so it's worthwhile playing around to see what works best for you with this one. Now onto the reds, we have our 2017 Shiraz Pinot. So not all of you guys may have heard of this style of blend, but it goes back to the early days in the Hunter Valley where they used to have the Hunter River Burgundy. And what they were blending in those days was Shiraz and Pinot together. And this was done by one of the pioneers, Maurice O'Shea. So what we're trying to do here is make a medium-bodied red wine, but we're not trying to make a big gutsy Shiraz, and we're not trying to make a light Pinot. We're somewhere in the middle with the medium-bodied Shiraz Pinot blend. So in this blend, we've got some dark cherry fruit coming from the Pinot and some fine tannins. And what the Shiraz brings to this is some raspberry character, some white pepper, but it also brings a little bit more body, so it makes it a little bit more serious than just a varietal Pinot. Now, just thinking about what sort of foods would work well with this style of wine, I'd be looking at something like roast duck, and sort of gamey meats would be a perfect accompaniment for this style. So the last wine in this season's club pack is our 2017 Merlot Cabernet. So this is a classic blend from the right bank of Bordeaux. So think Pomerol, Saint-Emilion, where you have the Merlot dominant and the Cabernet second in the blend. So with this style here, I'm looking at more sort of blue fruits, so blueberry sort of characters coming through. The Merlot provides some fleshiness, and then the Cabernet just provides a bit of structure to fill out the wine, just to give it some balance. There's some nice sort of pencil shaving oak characters in there as well, and it's a very well balanced wine, which would go well with a range of dishes, you know, like roast lamb or roast beef type of dishes. So overall, we've got 4 very diverse wines in the club pack, so there should be something there for everyone. If you like any of these that you've seen here, feel free to reorder, and you'll be eligible for that club discount. So now we're coming up to Christmas. Now is the perfect time to think about gifts for people, and yeah, just go in, open them up, and see what you enjoy.